This is one of the easiest picks I've ever made. Texas is loaded. Texas is #1. They have a Manning at quarterback. Poor Ohio State. They ain't got a chance. Give me my first love.
Oh, there it is.
Here it comes.
And they'll hand it off. Donaldson! Touchdown, Bucks! C.J. Donaldson. Looks like they're going to do the tush push, and they don't get in. Ohio State does it again. Nebraska, Penn State last year. And right now, Texas. Saying, looking, goes deep, saying, Tate! Touchdown! Tater!
This is a great route. He's able to get behind the defense, and Jalen Gilbo is just trying to catch up. Ball's a little underthrown. How about the double catch?
Arch Manning. Guns it. Touchdown, Texas! Livingstone! And the Longhorns are on the board. Blitz or pressure. Second down and 10 of the 15. Manning again to the sideline. Big throw. Caught. Woo! At the 45.
Bottom of the corner, and as Lorenzo Styles is coming in to try to jar that ball loose. Terrific catch by Indries.
Manning in trouble. Got it away. Caught, but not enough for the first.
Make it a big one.
Here's Castellanos to the outside, inside the 5, diving into that end zone with a stride. Touchdown, Knowles.
Then Castellanos goes off to BC. Bill O'Brien takes that job, and then he reunites here with Malzahn.
Here is Danzy now, and look at Mekhi Danzy. How about it, Knowles? Holmes. Short side of the field, trying to get the pylon, and he does. Listen to this place roar.
146 receiving yards for Bernard.
He pulls it. He gets it to Scott. Scott on his feet. Scott trying to get to the pylon, and he does. Rico Scott. Karate kids it.
Sawchuck.
Straight ahead inside the 10. Keeping his balance. Getting help from his friends. Finding his way to the goal line and in. And it comes down to these precious moments. 4th down and 10 for Bama. Simpson. Got to come up with it. Simpson, can he get there? Driving to that line again. It'll depend on the spot.
Let's find out together.
It is a turnover on downs. And this rebooted, refreshed, re-energized Florida State team knocking off number 8 Alabama. The first big field stormer of the year is underway. How good is it to have ball back, folks?
Big play here, second quarter. Handoff. Finds into the end zone. Touchdown, Randall on second effort. Refused to be stopped. Deafening down there. Durham dives into the end zone for a touchdown. And LSU, an impressive march. Nussmeier gets the rhythm going. It's Green down there.
6-7.
He's looking that way, lobs it for the end zone. Jump ball, easy pitch and catch. Good call, coach. I had a feeling he was going to make an impact in the fourth quarter. He waited a long time to make a play.
The corners up tight.
Klubnik gets a 3-man rush, delivers in traffic, gets broken up. But he tried to hit TJ Moore on the slant. Mansour Delane was right there with a long arm. They do bring pressure. Klubnik on the move. Heaves it. Incomplete. Harold Perkins was closing in. They rolled the dice, and the Tigers do get that stop, and they're going to end this losing streak to open seasons.
Freshman and challenging him on his first college snap.
He's covering C.J. Daniels at the bottom of your screen under pressure from Willie Amuasa. And it is caught! Malachi Tony! A touchdown! Carr forced back. He's back near the 30-yard line. Bought some time and throws a touchdown! Micah Gilbert! 6 yards, 12 for 19 total. Under pressure, off his back foot, up for grabs, and caught! C.J. Daniels, a tremendous one-handed catch. But I guess you could say that was on the money.
I mean, that is an unbelievable catch. Now,
second and goal at the 1. Aeneas Williams is the running back. He collides with Carr, and they still score a touchdown. Jordan Faison. Love is the running back. He goes out in the pass pattern. He was open. Carr didn't throw it to him. Wide open is Raritan behind the defense and run down inside the 15-yard line. Carr, designed quarterback draw. Touchdown! Is that still Riley Leonard wearing the number 13? They have not trailed tonight. What a kick! Good! From 47. 2nd and 17. He's going down again. Akeem Messidor. Ruben Bain there as well. These terrific defensive ends have taken over on the last couple of plays, and time expires. They're going to give Notre Dame the play, or are they? Now the official on the far sideline is stopping the play, and the game is over.
they can't establish the run. It really neutralizes what it can do.
Good job picking up the backers. Hoover puts it right on the money. What a throw to Jordan Dwyer, and the Horned Frogs have answered. Got to get it to the 29. Third down. Lopez to the outside, and it's intercepted. And it's going to be a walk-in touchdown for the veteran Bud Clark.
The North Carolina defense.
That was the Capital One rewarding performance, and this is a rewarding run as Gavorian Barnes is out the gate, inside the 30, to the 10. Touchdown TCU, 75 yards and no flags.
This is the 2-minute timeout.
Hey, give me a headset. Well, the wheels are off.
Behind him in a stack. Barnett rolls to his left. Throws back the other way. Wide open. Caught for a touchdown. Lakota Dupree. On second downs, Luka again will run. Finds a seam. Touchdown, James Madison. To get there, so certainly Watson does. Cross over the middle, wide open Chris Bell. Can he take it to the house? Oh, yes, he can! Barnett from his own end zone, he lost the ball! A.J. Green falls on it! That looks to be a Louisville touchdown. Back to the ground, back to Brown. There's the seam, and now the turbo boost. Brown all the way into the Louisville net. Touchdown, Cards, 78 yards.
Lagway throws down the middle. That one is intercepted. James Chenault with a heck of a play on the back end. Pounds out of Atlanta, Creekside High School making a play. As the Bulls go quick, Brown coming near side. Pass is caught. Keyshawn Singleton. He will go untouched to the end zone. Touchdown, South Florida. 66 yards, and they have the lead at the Swamp. 3rd and goal. Fake it again to Boss. Quick slam. Touchdown, Florida. Trey Wilson with the touchdown. Little dump off. Isaac breaking tackles down the far sideline. Hit out of bounds inside the 35 by Castell. 20-yard field goal attempt from the middle of the field. Gramatica for the win, and there it is. 18-16 the final score, and the Bulls explode off the bench.
Success last year for this Oklahoma offense. Pop pass. Burks turns the corner. Deion Burks. Touchdown, Oklahoma. What a drive to start this game. Keeper. Mateer. Touchdown, Oklahoma. He's crafty, tough, and strong. Report, Holly. Michigan football here. And off and running. Haynes in the clear. Justice Haynes in a foot race. They will not catch him. Michigan, lightning strike on the first play of the half. 75 yards. Blaylock is the back. Mateer running all the way. Gets free. Mateer. Touchdown, Oklahoma. That drive was all on the quarterback. And the Sooners stretch it back to 2 scores.
Jeff Levy learned offense under Art Briles at Baylor. Nobody went faster than that Baylor offense. Wide open across the middle. Evans inside the 5. Touchdown. 48 yards. Huge statistical first half for Chapin. And the Mississippi State offense, after going down the field on their first drive, has quieted down. Going deep here and caught in stride. Brennan Thompson. Touchdown. Udo gets the carry right side. Udo inside the 5. Pushing to the goal line. Touchdown. It's like the Sun Devils came out of the locker room as a totally different team. Levitt's going to go under center. Raleigh Brown in the backfield. Play fake. Levitt rolling, throwing, caught, and touchdown, Arizona State. Jordan Tyson up on the sideline. 2 plays to get 9 yards to keep the game going. Pressure was picked up. Chapin wide open, caught across the middle. Thompson, touchdown. Levitt looking middle and going deep middle. Intercepted. Intercepted by Washington.
Holding offense, number 64, 10-yard penalty.
It seems to be the common opinion here.
Oh, it's a feeling. It's a feeling.
Markell hands it off inside. A crease and a touchdown. Touchdown, Edwards. Field Holstein sends his man in motion. Keeps it himself and glides into the end zone for the touchdown.
That's a missed call.
Sets up a 1st and 10 for Pittsburgh. Holstein in the end zone, touchdown. They love it in Pittsburgh when you call him Big Papi. It's Pitt. On 3rd and 9, Markell completes it to his tight end, Grayson Barnes, and a huge pickup Edwards in the ball game. Marchiol caught. Touchdown Barnes. Out of the shotgun, jumbo formation, hands it off. Edwards got in. Touchdown Mountaineers. Holstein overshoots his receiver, and that's it. The Mountaineers mount a stirring, riveting comeback and win against Pitt.
Good, even though it's been shuffled a bit. And streaking downfield is Brazel, who makes the catch and runs to the end zone. Flag down. We'll see if it stands. He beat Ellis Robinson for 72. Bama tight end, one of the alpha leaders of this Tennessee team. First down, play fake, end zone, touchdown. Perfect strike, Chris Brazel falls 3 for 3.
Who's coming? Who's dropping? They're all coming.
Ball quickly to the perimeter. Branch has a crease. Zach Branch in a foot race. They will catch him. Georgia on a 3rd and long, strikes for 6.
Run right.
McCray muscles. No civil. Touchdown. Georgia. Powerful statement drive.
52 against Georgia.
Play action. Downfield launch. Jump ball. Caught. Touchdown. Brazel. Wow.
About the acceleration there by Thomas.
Aguilar looking to throw downfield. Man wide open. Caught for a touchdown by Staley. Enormous moment in the recent history of this rivalry. They bring pressure. Stockton together. Long throw to the end zone. Caught! Touchdown Humphreys! Are you kidding me? A 4th down touchdown. What a throw!
Around the edge is the other option.
McCray driving, reaching for the end zone. Spotted short. 3rd down coming up.
I don't know if they'll review this or not. I don't know if he was able to lean and push the ball across. Watch right there. That's a touchdown.
After further review, it is a touchdown.
Yeah.
Game is over.
And the Dogs do it again. Prolonging Volunteer misery in this head-to-head.
A little bit of eye candy before the snap. Pavia dumps it off Alexander. One-hand grab. And he's at the pylon, and he is in. 18-yard catch and around by Cedric Alexander. The throw. To the corner. Touchdown, Junior Sherrill. On 2nd and 5, they keep it on the ground. Here's Lassiter, and there he goes. Lassiter takes it to the painted end zone, a 44-yard sprint, and Vandy wastes no time extending the lead. After all of this time they put into developing it. Alexander to the goal line and in. And Vanderbilt's gonna stun another road crowd. They're gonna ride.
Notre Dame's coming. They got the number of kicks last year, and this one's going to go for 6. What a turn for the Irish. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Craver, the motion man on 2nd down and 6. Fake it to Moss on the run. It's Craver out of the backfield. He's got a lot of speed down the sideline. Craver still going. Oh, Mario Magic. Touchdown. 86 yards on the catch and run. Just an outstanding overall athlete that continues to build his rapport with C.J. Carr. They put him in motion now on 1st down. Carr, Love makes the grab. Love gets away. Touchdown. 36 yards. It's Carr to Love. Direct to Moss, up the middle, he's got it! 3rd touchdown for Le'Veon Moss. He has taken over this first half, and A&M leads. Play clock down to 3. Handoff. Price to the outside. Gets away. Price all the way. Touchdown. A 17-yard scamper. And Jadorian has done it again. Love bursts through the hole. Stays on his feet. Love. Touchdown. 12 yards out. And Love is in the air in South Bend. Snap. Buckner has to pick it up. The quarterback with some time. No look and incomplete. And a huge issue. Keeps it at a 6-point game. Let's decide a winner. 4th in the game. Reed. Rush comes. Reed pumps. Fires. It is caught. Nate Borkicher brings it in and ties the game. And he's got it.
It's not like that. It's not like that at all.
Well, let's hear it. Tell us.
The way that I understand this story is that, maybe just give me a nod if this is okay. Diego Pavia wins this game. He promised you he would set you up with a date with his mom. Okay, there we go.
16-yard reception by Blake. Play action. Green, look at the time he has, and wide open downfield is Rohan Jones. Call those holes. Give credit to Maddox Lassiter also with a kick-out block for that 16-yard run. And now getting right in is guess who? Parlez-vous, Rohan Jones. 1st and goal. Quarterback run. Lewis right into the end zone. Brendan Lewis with the touchdown run. Oh, Sutton Smith, after a bad mesh, comes up with a huge play. Sutton Smith, the Tigers are roaring at home.
The exact same formation again.
Washington again, he's met, but he does surge ahead to what should be a 1st down. He was met by Cruz Law.
Memphis is saying they've got the football.
They are claiming they have the football.
After reviewing the play, the runner fumbled the ball prior to being down by Rule. It was recovered by Memphis. 1st down, Memphis.
They give it to him straight ahead. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Just like that. Here's a handoff straight ahead. Parker looking for that 1st down, lost it. Texas, they have the football, and they do again.
They punched it out again.
2nd turnover. Dampier in trouble. Dampier's got to get it away. Reverses, uses his feline quickness. Dampier sets. Threw it into double coverage, and it's picked off. Wow, Bryce Pollock. At the 5. Handoff. Parker. Touchdown, Utah. And the Utes found himself. 1st down at the 24. And wide open. Touchdown. Terrence Carter Jr. They win this game. Game ball is coming for Hammond. Dickey keeps going. Outside. Sideline. Touchdown. Texas Tech. Cameron Dickey.
And then shortly thereafter, Mateer followed. Mateer has a wide open receiver. Touchdown, Isaiah Sategna. Busted coverage for Auburn. And a 24-yard score for Sategna. Only 3 carries today for Cobb, their leading rusher. Fake to Alston. Single coverage. They go after the freshman again. Touchdown, Cam Coleman. 3 tight ends on the field for Coach Freeze. Simmons breaks a tackle. Touchdown, Auburn. Malcolm Simmons has tied the game with 7:08 to go. He has the Oklahoma touchdown.
The blitz. Running room for Mateer. Mateer, touchdown! The Tigers on 4th and 29.
Throw a Hail Mary towards Cam Coleman.
He goes down to the end zone, a safety. On the 10th sack, a fitting ending to this one.
Another missed opportunity on 3rd down. Good defense.
Second punt for Crimmins. And it's blocked. Got in there in a beat. D'Angelo Pons is going to score. Touchdown Hoosiers. Mendoza looks, steps into one, end zone, touchdown. E.J. Williams goes up high. Against this Indiana team. They could use a big stop here. Mendoza gets rid of it. Nowakowski with a catch. Now he's got a combo in front. Nowakowski, turn on the burners. Goodbye. 43-yard touchdown to the tight end. We're in motion. Up the middle, lot of space. Black is gone. Kalon, touchdown. 40-yard sprint to the end zone. 4 yards, 2 touchdowns against Indiana State. Another handoff, big hole. Kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, Kobe Martin. 31 yards on the ground.
Obviously, I know you guys brought some pressure, but your defensive line really physically whipped them tonight. Just talk about the job those guys did, just the whole defensive front, getting pressure and shutting down an offense that had been scoring a lot of points.
You know, that's what I saw on tape too, you know, and I thought our defensive line could whip their offensive line, and we did.
They bring a blitz. Morris steps up in the pocket. He's going to run. He gets to the 5. Reaches the ball out. A Virginia touchdown. Can be somewhat deliberate with all 3 timeouts. And they can run it as well. Damari Taylor. Touchdown. Who's? Scored on a wildcat run. They'll run it again. Jump pass instead. Guess who? Deuce Robinson. Touchdown. Morris. Wheel route. Drops it in. Xavier Brown. Touchdown. The screen right there. They got 2 guys over there. They got a corner and a safety shading to him. They bring another blitz. Castellanos on the move. Castellanos into the end zone. Diving attempt. Touchdown. Randy Pittman, the tight end, traps it. Play action for Morris. Rolling out. Tucks it under. Hunting the pylon. He got there. Touchdown. Here comes the blitz. Castellanos in trouble. Heaves one towards the end zone. Intercepted. It's over. Virginia has done it.
Fagan returns. And double reverse in the end zone. Touchdown, Illinois! Altmyer drops it off in the flats to Fagan. Fagan hits the edge. Down the sideline. Can he stay in bounds? Does he have enough? Touchdown, Illinois! 64 yards. Altmyer slant. Touchdown, Illinois! Justin Bullock. Mayava looking up the sideline. Caught. Touchdown. Makai Lemon. The game. Here's Valentine. Who lost it? Who wants it? Oh my goodness. In the end zone. USC has the football. What a day. Punched out by Gentry. Mayava, play fake in the corner. Touchdown, Clean snap, good hold, it's up! And good! Illinois wins on a last-second walk-off field goal by David Olano.
Quarterback run. Robbie Ashford finishes the run. Touchdown, Deeks. The longest play of the day. Claiborne bounces it and follows Ashford. House call. How about them Deeks? Haynes King again with a touchdown. Gas tank running low. Seconds as well. So a $141 for Haynes King, who goes to a crosser to Isaiah Canyon. Spins into plus territory. Burr's perfect this year. From 33, he is pure. No surprise, they run him again. King, touchdown, Georgia Tech. You're at his fourth school with a stud running back in Devon Claiborne. Breaks a couple tackles. Claiborne to the pylon. Touchdown. He rolls. Ashford searching under pressure. Intercepted. Clayton Powell-Lee picks it off. And Georgia Tech survives.
He has missed the last couple of games with a knee injury. To the end zone, up for grabs, ricochet, and caught for a touchdown by Nick Anderson. And rarely catches the ball. Lacey, touchdown! 15 yards and Ole Miss has the lead. 31. Logan Diggs, the running back. He chipped Perkins, touchdown! Caden Lee. Ole Miss the ball, a 7-point lead. Chambliss rolls out to the sideline, up for grabs and picked off by P.J. Woodland. No flags on this one, and Woodland brings it back into Rebel territory. Between the hedges, that one win wasn't a national championship game. On third and long, Chambliss, a beautiful throw, and a diving catch by Wallace for the first down.
Going to adjust to a run here.
Logan Diggs, the running back, straight ahead, touchdown. Berry again, touchdown. Harlem Berry, his first collegiate touchdown. On 4th and 3, it's right, and he's wide open. He should just go down in bounds, and he does. Great call, Greg, and great call by Lane Kiffin and Charlie Weiss Jr. 20 yards to put the game away.
Zipped across, touchdown! There's Bernard out of the slot. And a marathon march, the Tide. Fake it to Miller on the run. Simpson launches, end zone, touchdown! Isaiah Horton. And the Crimson Tide on the road down 14. Stockton loops the throw, wide open is Colby Young for a touchdown. How's that for an answer? Urgency here to get up over here, Chris. Simpson on the move. He's going to keep it and score. Creative, efficient. And Simpson says, hush now. Alabama stretches the lead before. Gray back in there. Got it again. And fight stretches, touchdown. McCray and the Dogs do slice into the lead. He snapped. It's happening quickly. It's an enormous play. Cass Jones is going to be hit behind the line. L.T. Overton makes a huge play for this Tide defense, and they preserve the lead in the red zone. Now 3 receivers to the left. Simpson
flips into the flat. Miller's got it, and he slides down at the 50 with a first down.
10th play of the drive. Moore, quick, Hill, catch, Hill, blocking, Hill, touchdown! Oregon takes advantage. Davison, 6 foot, 236 in the backfield. 10th play of the drive. Davison, got it, and then some, touchdown! From the 35, fake it to Singleton. Aller takes the shot, separation, touchdown!
It's offensive lineman and a quick count.
They snap quick, handoff, Singleton! The push looks like it might have gotten it. Uiagalelei got initial pressure, and based on that first spot, that's a first down. Shovel pass, it's Ross, it's a touchdown! On 1st and goal. Allen, touchdown! Moore, shovel pass, and continuing in for the touchdown, Jamari Johnson.
In the second half.
He's got 7 catches, 89 yards on the day. Dennis Sutton, a free runner. Moore on the run, wide open. Gary Bryant, touchdown! Fake it to Pena. Aller, sideline. Oh, it's picked! Dylan Thieneman calls game. That's a walk-off, white-out winner.
They got Caden Proctor, the big tackle on the left side. They're going to throw it to him. Big fella, barreling downhill. Proctor bustling down near the pylon. Are you kidding me?
Oh, I feel so bad for Kyron Jones, the poor safety, to bring the big fella down. Watch 31 come up here, Chris. He sees 360 pounds. He just dives, misses. Look at the big fella, keeping a balance.
Like that.
Pryor, the running back, on 1st down in the red zone. Another touch. Pryor cuts it back against the grain into the end zone. Yes! Is the running back. Sorsby will keep it. Into the end zone. He'll high step in for the score. Trying to melt this clock down. Sorsby wants it now. Has a man and is hauled in. Caleb Goody racing to the end zone.
Top left.
3rd down. Ball bounces it outside. Ball caught on the end zone. He's in. That's a Gators touchdown on the opening drive.
Better start if you're the coaching staff and the fan base here in this stadium right now.
Lagway, play action, end zone, touchdown! The first for the freshman, Dallas Wilson. So now Jack Bomeister tries to change field position, and they block the punt through the back of the end zone for 2. Special teams strikes for the Gators. 31, but I think he's playing right now still at about 220.
Yeah, he said he was a little bit lighter than that.
Lagway down the sideline. Inbounds Dallas Wilson. To the end zone, dragging tacklers for a Gators touchdown. Wasner again into the end zone for the touchdown.
Let's see if he can get it.
Arch Manning tries to keep the play alive by shoveling a ball forward. They'll say he's down. George Gums gets the sack, and the clock's going to run out. They're out of timeouts. They've got receivers all the way down the field. I don't know they're going to get another snap. It goes to 0. He tries to spike it. The clock's at all zeros.
Shortly thereafter, on 2nd and 4, Alexander breaks free. They're going to try to run him down, and they will not. Touchdown, Vanderbilt, 65 yards.
Like man coverage for Vanderbilt. Might get a shot at Ryan Williams up top.
Simpson steps up, fires Ryan Williams in the back of the end zone, a touchdown. 1st and goal from the 4. Another shovel pass. And a touchdown. Cedric Alexander puts Vanderbilt back on top. And they can't go down in bounds before the stakes. Jeremy Bernard! Touchdown, Alabama! Very rarely over the middle. Simpson, terrific, throwing the ball between the hash marks. Running out of time, ran into his own man as he tried to escape. Finally taken down. The ball is out. There is no whistle. It's being run back by Bryce Cowan for a touchdown for Vanderbilt, at least for the moment.
After video review, the runner's right forearm was down in possession prior to losing possession. The ball.
Lots of maneuvering. Simpson runs under center. They give it to Caden Proctor for the first down. The offensive tackle made a catch and bowled people over after it at Georgia last Saturday night. Some maneuvering. Simpson runs under center. They give it to Caden Proctor for the first down. The offensive tackle made a catch and bowled people over after it at Georgia last Saturday night. Vanderbilt down by 9 with 2 minutes to go from their own 39. Pavia taken down by Justin Jefferson.
And they have not had a lead this season as well. They might have one right here. Reaching for the pylon. Touchdown, UCLA. Quasi Gilmer stretches it out for the score. Nico, will he use his legs here? Yes, he will. And he's in. Touchdown. Nico Iamaleava with a score. Javian Thomas leading the way. UCLA punt of the day. They scored on every possession for the most part. And they just got it away, and it's blocked. And a touchdown, Penn State. Will Carroll took a little too long. 3rd and goal at the 7. Iamaleava scans the field. Nico's going to take off. Nico to the end zone. Touchdown. Carried him 60 yards so far to the 15-yard line. Aller now the fade to the corner, and it's caught. Touchdown, Hudson. Perfect throw to Kyron Hudson. I don't know if I'd be in the shotgun.
Fake snap.
But
no.
And the Penn State will take over. Penn State 1 out of 2 on 4th down today. This is the play of the game. And it is going nowhere. The Bruins have stopped the Nittany Lions.
Trying to get the Canes to jump. Now the snap comes, but he didn't appear to be ready. Throws it off his back foot, and it's intercepted. That play was sloppy from the start. And running it back, the Canes get near midfield. That's Bryce Fitzgerald, who's just a ball hawk. Fletcher flanking back. And it's a flea flicker. Beck launches downfield. Tony's out there. He's got a touchdown, Miami. Trickery as they cash in the takeaway. 44 to the house. Fletcher is the back. Beck looking to throw. They bring pressure. It's picked up. Caught. Tony off and running. Malachi Tony. He doesn't lose foot races. 4th down, touchdown as the Canes stretch the lead from 40. On the move, Castellanos launches downfield to the end zone. Squirrel White is in there, and it is going to be intercepted. Jacoby Thomas came tracking across. White was open. Ball was in the air a long time. Completion snap with that completion there. Daniels in traffic. C.J. Daniels dives to the end zone, and Miami big time flex on the road. Another explosive touchdown pass. Underneath, this is Chroma, and they are swarming to the sidelines and bring him down. Is there going to be, there is a flag, so Miami get a little over aggressive after they rounded him up, but Holly.
Hey, Holly went down. Holly, you all right? You all right, girl?
I have an injury update on myself. I'm good, but what?
Not the interceptions, but you'll claim the attendance.
The sellout. McGill, straight up the gut. Touchdown, Mean Green.
Brown wants a 6. Caught for a touchdown. Jeremiah Coger will go Wildcat here with Wyatt Young, who was a high school quarterback. Young keeps it, opening, touchdown North Texas. Neptune gets it on the end around, he'll throw, Singleton is open, makes the catch, touchdown South Florida. On the shallow cross, that ball is knocked out. Live ball, it's picked up by Schuler. He's looking back, almost got caught, and now into the end zone, we get a flag. Hold on. Jumbo package here on 2nd and goal. And they feed the big offensive lineman for the touchdown. Cole Skinner.
Well, they get the snap off, play actions, but nothing but runs until this. Their big, talented tight end, Brett Northfleet. You can't do better than that. M-I-Z. Simpson on 2nd goal. And Riley takes it across the line for a touchdown reception.
Been real.
3rd down and 12. A-gap pressure is picked up. Straight to the end zone is caught for a touchdown by Isaiah Horton. Play action start the 2nd half as the pocket collapses and he is taken down by Josiah Trotter.
Well, that's a missed block by Jam Miller.
Well, the ball's out. It's a turnover.
Trotter, and they were able to get the turnover.
2nd and goal. Prabula's going to try to do it himself. He made a man miss and went right on in. Counting down. 4th down and 8. Can Bama convert? Simpson going deep. Lottie Brooks against Toriano Pride.
What a throw.
Simpson on 4th and goal to pass to the end zone. It is Daniel Hill, the 244-pound running back with the touchdown reception. 3rd down and 10. Oh, it is intercepted. Intercepted by Alabama, Dijon Lee.
The chains moving. Altmaier underneath and intercepted. Ohio State, Pierce, down at the Illinois 35. First interception of the season for Sayin. With time, ball deflected, or swung out rather to Jackson. He dives. The offset eye. They pitch it to him, and they get it. Woo! Illinois. Hank Beatty with the pitch. Donaldson. I don't know. Touchdown.
Just interchange at any moment.
2nd down and 10. And Altmaier has it stripped. Ohio State has the ball. Jermaine Matthews Jr. punched it out.
Just got to play this smart. Instead, he's going to roll out. Is he going to launch for the end zone? He does. Fires it down there, and it's intercepted. Well, a weird sequence. They were well within field goal range to get 3 points in a tight game. And Manny Muhammad has his 2nd pick of the 1st half. Empty backfield. Wisner is far to the left. Manning looking to the left. Zips it to the end zone. Touchdown. DeAndre Moore. They turned him loose. He kind of looked the ball into his hands. And Texas is on top for the first time today. They do bring late pressure. Pocket closes down, and it's intercepted off the deflection. The ball is picked off by Grayson Littleton. The third pick Mateer is thrown. Came over from Ohio State. Niblett, who carefully fields this one, has some room. Ryan Niblett weaving, still running down the sideline. Niblett all the way to the house. 75, no flags.
6. Dante Moore backpedals, fires, got a man there, and it's got him. Malik Benson, touchdown. Hemby, touchdown. Roman Hemby in to give the Hoosiers the lead back. The full backfield, Hemby, touchdown. Second time today, this one from 2 yards out. Mendoza throws off his back foot, it's intercepted. Picked off by the Ducks, and it's Brandon Finney, the freshman, touchdown. Surratt, who is a motion man on that play, and now he's in motion. Surratt's got it, 1st and goal. Here comes the pressure. Throws to the corner, touchdown, Surratt.
How about that? They've gone back shoulder throw about 7 times in this game.
As we approach 6 minutes remaining. Noah Whittington is the fake. The ball's in the air, and it's intercepted by Indiana. They better use it right now. Dante Moore hit as he throws, and it's intercepted. And that is going to be the ball game. They're going to...
.22-yard attempt. And they fake it. And it's David Chapeau, the backup punter. Again. Moss. And it's Bell breaking free inside the 20. Inside the 10. It's a Louisville touchdown. Multiple audibles checking here. Play clock down to 3. Pump fake. Beck looking long. It's underthrown. And it's intercepted again. This time Jabari Mack. Miami bringing pressure. Moss over the middle to Brown. A 1st down. And Brown inside the 20. And Brown into the end zone. Touchdown Louisville. Chris Bell with his 2nd touchdown. Let's see if they run the ball and just try to take time off the clock. Isaac Brown fumbles the ball, and it's picked up by Poyser, and he's tackled inside the 15. If you're the Hurricanes, just trying to get it down to 1 score, and it's a jet sweep to Tony, and he's stiff-armed, and he is heading for the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! For the Canes. And Beck will throw, gets rid of it quickly, and it is almost picked off. It is! It's intercepted! TJ Capers looked like it was tipped at the line, and Beck throws his 4th pick of the game, and that one was a killer.
Pavia. This is what he can do, and he's got a lot of green space to do it. As Pavia gets it all the way down to the 1-yard line. BK's LSU offense to open up this 2nd quarter. Nussmeier being chased back, but he's able to connect with Green. And into the end zone goes Trey-Dez Green. The entire Vandy defense got sucked up, and Trey-Dez Green went right past them. Pavia to the end zone, wide open touchdown, Cole Spence. Juwan Johnson motions out. Nussmeier driven back, trying to spin free, and somehow gets it to Thomas. And Thomas maintains his footing. Xavier Thomas, oh, what a play! A 62-yard touchdown by Thomas. Another first down for Vandy. Pressure off the edge. He steps up, and now he's going to run for the end zone and score. Diego Pavia.
It's there, so this is going to be a challenge for him.
This will be returned from the goal line. Watch out for Sutton Smith with a seam. Sutton Smith all the way. 99-yard house call. Burton looking end zone. It is.
Come on, man!
For a touchdown!
Come on!
Iverson Hooks! Are you kidding me? UAB leads.
That is pretty cool that his parents are able to be here.
On the ground again, it's Solomon Beebe breaking tackles. Beebe with a seam.
He's gone.
In a foot race. They won't catch him today. 81 yards to the crib. 3rd down and 5. Play action. Burton took a shot as an open man. Hawks for a touchdown. Number 3. Lewis, end zone, incomplete.
He caught it, but he was out of bounds, Matt.
UAB with a stunner in Birmingham.
John Carlos Miller in there as the tight end on this 3rd down. Hammond looks his way, makes a twisting catch, ball pops out, and it's picked off.
Martell Hughes off the ricochet.
I'm sledding in there.
3rd down and goal.
Wide open Tyson.
Arizona State cashes in with Tyson back in there on a fake. 2 plays to get 1 yard. Hammond is off the hit and pushed in.
Risks take care of the rock.
Play fake. Hammond, sideline, back shoulder. Virgil twist to grab it. And in a hurry, Texas Tech is right in front of Arizona State. On a 4th and 2 to decide the ball game right here. Levitt on the move. Levitt throws. It's caught by Tyson. In open space. Tyson reverses inside the 25.
Right over the ball, Deuce.
It's Brown backing his way toward the goal line. He's in. Levitt jumping for joy as his back gets there for a late lead for the Sun Devils. Defeated record on the line. Hammond for the ballgame. Hammond extends. He lets it fly to the end zone. Who's down there? It's incomplete. The goalpost is coming down. Here come the students. And Arizona State hands Texas Tech their first loss.
Never heard crowd noise like this against him. Chambliss is going to take off. Can he get to the pylon? He does, standing up, and Ole Miss right down the field. And now Frazier motions out. Stockton took a look that way. Now launches to the end zone. Wide open is Lucky for the touchdown. Tight ends playing a big part in that drive, and they cap it off. Lacey, easy. Bulldogs give up a second touchdown to Ole Miss. Keeper, Stockton, headed for the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs. They answer right back. Namaste, Zen out there. Just keep doing what you're doing if you can. Uh-oh, breaking free. Stribbling in a foot race. Down the sideline. An electric touchdown. Ole Miss still perfect. 75 yards. Play 12 of this drive. Looking to throw for it. Pitches it down. And Frazier walks in. Georgia running game. Bowen's the back. Fake it to him. Stockton end zone. Caught. Touchdown. Hat trick. Lawson Lucky. I vote for the latter.
Yeah.
Fourth down, gotta have it. Not gonna get it. Batted down to the line of scrimmage. That was Josh Horton again, just trying to take over late in the game. And the Dogs are gonna do it again.
10th play of the drive. 2nd and goal for Maiava. Through his progressions to the end zone. Upstairs, McCree. Touchdown. Either way, sets up first down from the 16. On the handoff, up the middle, exploding. It's Price to the outside, to the corner for the touchdown. Jadarian makes it happen for the score. It was already 7-7 at this point of the first quarter. Here's Carr, end zone, touchdown. Will Pauling. Notre Dame extends the lead.
It ends, too.
I have a first look that way. Now back the other way. Loads up a deep ball. Separation. Jacoby Lane. Touchdown. This one will be taken out a yard in. Price gets away from one. Across the 20. Finds a crease. Jadarian Price. He has done this before. Price extends away. Touchdown Notre Dame. Jadarian to Jahouse. Brian Jackson is the back. They'll pitch it to Lemon instead. Lemon looked like he was trying to throw it. He lost the ball. Notre Dame is there. Carr, second chance, is good. Touchdown Notre Dame.
Cuevas, now it's Cuevas who goes in motion. Simpson to the goal line, touchdown, Isaiah Horton. Lewis, the running back, Kitzelman shifted toward the backfield. Aguilar, touchdown, Braylon Staley in the back of the end zone. Cuevas, the move man, the pitch back to Miller for a walk-in touchdown. And it's a play-action pass, and it's intercepted! Zabian Brown with one man who can catch him. Zabian Brown all the way! Touchdown, Alabama! First and 10 from just outside the 10. Down to the goal line. Touchdown, Rico Scott.
Motion again. It is Bray, and he is dropped. Daniel Bray hit by Maury Bamba in the open field. Mercy, what a tackle.
Yards after the catch. Per catch this year. Take it to Martin.
Throw it to Roberts, and Chase Roberts is in. Touchdown, BYU.
J.J. Buchanan is in. He's been a good red zone target. Dampier rolling his way. He goes end zone for Davis, and Ryan Davis has a touchdown, Utah.
In this game, and those hits are starting to pile up. They got to have other ways to get the ball rolling.
This is Bray running left behind Mokafisi. Bray is free. He got by Wall into the end zone. Touchdown, Daniel Bray. Utah takes the lead. From Stanford, who is in. Kingston on the run. Kingston in space. Kingston to the end zone. Touchdown.
At least knock him down after the fact.
Dampier, second down, loads of time. He'll pat the ball. He'll wing it near side. Intercepted by Wall. Buckmeyer, straight ahead. Design run. There's a bear on the loose in Provo. Buckmeyer is in. Touchdown.
We've got breaking news out of college football where Florida has fired head coach Billy Napier in the midst of his fourth season in Gainesville. That's the very latest from our own Matt Zenitz and Richard Johnson. The Gators are 3-4 on the season following Saturday's homecoming win against Mississippi State. In his 4 years with the Gators, Napier tallied a 22-23 record, which included just one winning season in 2020.
Quarterback power. Brown has this ability too. Shakes past one, hurdles another. There goes Brown. 44 yards to the house. Touchdown Bulls. Starting field position. Here's Sam Franklin. Franklin in a foot race. Inside the 15. House call. 73 yards. Score game. Back to the ground. Duosier shifting into the end zone. 13-yard touchdown. And they do on 4th and 8. Lewis floats. Caught. First down and more. Greg Duosier Jr. Lewis, end zone. It is caught. Inbounds, yes or no? Yes, it's a touchdown. Cortez Graham Jr. Snap down, kick away. It is no good. Memphis with the stunner. Minutes to go. MK Young bounces it outside. MK Young down the sideline. Jalen Catalon in pursuit. Can he save a touchdown? He cannot. House call. And Vanderbilt's got the lead.
In big situations the past 2 weeks.
Zollers. Sliding catch is made in the end zone. A touchdown. Jude James, the tight end. Pavia keeps it. Pavia leaps. He scores. Touchdown Vanderbilt. Zollers. Now this could be the last play. To the end zone. At the goal line. Is it caught? No, incomplete. That'll end the game.
It's hit him right in the chest.
Previous plays under further review.
You have it trapped up against his legs. I think you see the ball there on the ground.
The pass was called, but short of the goal line. Time expired on the play. The game is over.
Wow.
Breaking free is Lacey. Touchdown. 28 yards.
That's one thing I could do is get guys lined up. Beyond that, not much.
Blaylock in trouble. Taken down to the end zone. A safety. Prince Will Umanmielen for the beleaguered Ole Miss defense. Looks like it's going to be a direct snap to Lacey. It is, and it's a walk-in touchdown. 1 yard per play. The last 5 possessions for Oklahoma. 4 of the 5 have resulted in no yards or a negative. This is going to be a big gainer. Xavier Robinson, touchdown! 65 yards. Chatania went in motion again, dangerously close to heading up the field. Robinson heads to the end zone. Touchdown. They line up in the pistol now. We haven't seen much of that today. Play fake to Lacey. Chambliss throws wide open. Touchdown. Trace Bruckler. Receiving group. Mateer steps into the throw. That's not going to reach the end zone, and it's batted down by Wyatt Williams on the last play of the game.
Goal. End zone. 4 receivers, bunch to the right. They go back to the left. Green jump ball. That was easy. Des Green, a red zone weapon. What a drive for Nussmeier. Surgical. Tigers back off. Reed tries to make a play in the move. Throws it end zone. Touchdown. KC Concepcion from 15 yards out. 2nd and goal. Barry hesitation. Makes a cut. Freshman in the end zone. LSU reclaims the lead.
To win in here, you got to finish these red zone opportunities with touchdowns.
From the pocket, Reed scrambling and scoring. Second rushing touchdown for the Aggie quarterback. A&M back on top. And no surprise, they've been tough all year. Chadwick with a big boot. Concepcion backed up all the way to the 23 and breaks free. Look out. KC Concepcion still running. They're not going to catch him. KC Concepcion. Touchdown, A&M, 79 yards.
KC Concepcion, and then went down himself.
Concepcion had the ankle check. Morrow houses it. Aggies pulling away, 24-yard touchdown. And A&M, just like last year, dominating Kelly's team after the break.
You know, sometimes
Coach Kiffin.
Better now than before.
Oh, are you talking a little bit to Oklahoma's players?
This guy yelled at me like during the game like 5 times how great they were, and we can't score.
Diaz's team. Mensah takes a shot, end zone, and caught. Did they hold all the way through? They did. Touchdown for Quayshawn Brown. Play fake by Mensah. Coming back. Oh, look at this. Wide open. It's a bust in the secondary, and Cooper Barkate sets sail. And it is a long touchdown. 10th play of the drive. Here's Klubnik looking to throw end zone, and wide open Antonio Williams for his second touchdown. Ahead of Randall. Talk about your power eyes. Toss to Randall, right side, touchdown for Clemson. Not have long range in terms of field goal tries. Here's a play fake, Mensah to throw. There's the shot downfield. There's Brown. It's caught. Touchdown, Duke. Hagans will play this from 2 yards deep. So Samir Hagans fires off the right side, and Hagans is gone. 102 yards and a Duke touchdown for Samir Hagans. And a quick throw, and they're trying to get TJ Moore loose, and they do. Here's Moore, and it's a foot race to the end zone at the west end. And Moore will score.
They got no safety on. There you go. Safety's coming back on top of him right now.
Mensah backing up, going to throw it off his back foot. That's incomplete.
That's a flag on the offense. That's going to be offensive pass interference, I believe.
Tim Hedgepath.
Pass interference. Defense number 8. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
I think they tie it if they can score.
Mensah, Shepard, touchdown, Duke. With 40 seconds left, game hopes alive. Snap to Mensah. He'll push the pocket right. This is Hagans, and Duke leads.
In terms of pass defense numbers. Beck, downfield, caught. Touchdown, Hurricanes, JoJo Trader. See if they take a shot right after. Jennings pivots, pulls, touchdown, Stangs. Yamir Knight making it right. McFall in the backfield on 2nd and goal. Jennings looking for a seam. Tucks it under. Touchdown, Mustangs, who take the lead. Beck into the end zone. Room service. Touchdown, Bauman. And the Hurricanes retake the lead. They've got to get to the 43. Jennings drops back, and they blew it dead. And we're going to have a flag.
He's trying to pull up,
Timeout was called by Miami. Dead ball, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense, number 12.
Wow. For the tie. This time leaving no doubt. Stop. Beck's going to pass. Pumps, delivers. Picked off at the 2 by Moses. Urge of history. Harden, trick or treat, Dallas. SMU wins.
Manning comes out slinging to Ryan Wingo. Down the far sideline. He's going to go all the way. On the first play of the game.
Eisner, blockers out in front, touchdown.
Baxter in at running back. Manning faked it to him. Hit as he throws. Touchdown. Emmett Mosley. 40 seconds to go. Pavia needs to get rid of it. Does. Back in the end zone. Touchdown. My goodness. Richie Hoskins. They hit it right to Livingston, and he missed the ball. It's free on the ground. And did it go out of bounds? Oh, Vanderbilt had all kinds of chances at it.
8th play of this opening drive for Georgia. Stuck into the end zone. Touchdown, Dylan Bell.
It has to do with his footwork.
That was only a 25-yard punt by Thorson. Lagway. Downfield throw is caught and a score. Trey Wilson. .36. Stockton. It is intercepted. The Gators come up with the pickoff, and it's Devin Moore.
He's really good.
He's very good. 2nd and 5. Stockton. Touchdown, Dogs. Noah Thomas.
But they got the penalty, bailed him out.
1st and goal. And right into the end zone is Jaden Ball. The 12th play of a drive. Bowens. And look at Chauncey Bowens. Here he goes. Georgia retakes the lead.
No turnovers and 5 touchdowns. King right up the middle for a touchdown. 5 seconds on the play clock. Bailey got it off with 1. Up the middle, he's taken off. He's into the end zone for a touchdown. 11-yard scamper. Number 1 red zone offense in the ACC. King floats. Yellow Jackets lead. Position with Darius Johnson to his left. Wilson keeps trying to outrun the defense. Wilson leaping for a touchdown. Third and 6. Bailey backing up, evading pressure. Wide open man. Teddy Hoffman. Touchdown! To extend the game, to extend the drive rather. And now this from Duke Scott. Touchdown Pack! Yards and 3 touchdowns. Haynes King to the end zone. It is intercepted. Caden Fordham. And here they come. Pack with the upset.
Off play action, a shot play for Preston. Makes the catch in stride. Touchdown.
Letting you know that, hey, it's still there if we need to get to it.
It's a pistol wishbone. Retzlaff keeps it. He's got a blocker in front of him. Reed clears the path for a touchdown. And first game of the season. Off play action. Another deep shot. That's caught. It's a 2-lane touchdown. No flags on the field. Anthony Brown Stevens. To the end zone, wide open. Preston, his 2nd touchdown.
Operate faster.
free play. Lewis heaves one to the end zone. Caught for a touchdown. Brady close. How aggressive is Tulane? They rush 5. Made it. Here's it downfield. Bram cannot hold on. Tulane takes over.
Tough defenses today. Punt by Jack Burgess. Much better. It's a Moff down there. Scrambled for the football and an early turnover. Kingston retreated, lost the ball, and Hampton falls on it.
It's on the outside.
Final 30 seconds of the quarter. Second down throw to the end zone. Douglas. Touchdown, Texas Tech. What a drive.
Would-be arm tackles.
Lasker and Satawala had a chance to bring him down, and now Morton takes a shot, and coming back to grab it is Virgil. Run out of bounds. Moving around fast as a family. I said, do you have a home here maybe? And the defense getting after Bachmeier, who escapes and throws an interception. Picked off by Rodriguez, and J-Rod, as they call him, trying to make him a Heisman candidate around here. Makes a big play. The first takeaway by this defense today.
I'm in formation with Dickey there.
6 offensive linemen. Power! And walking in is Cameron Dickey. Texas Tech making a statement in front of the nation today.
Mendoza to throw it. Mendoza steps up in the pocket, gets away from pressure. Touchdown IU! Wow! Fernando Mendoza. Brunkemeyer in trouble. Allen. And he'll be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. He coughed it up. Can he go at the 1? The handoff, Black. And now Pitt State, Zane Durant is improving play by play. And Singleton! Nick Singleton! A burst! Singleton! Singleton at the 10! 5! Down at the 1! Nick! Mendoza looking. Mendoza! King Mac! He's got it! Whoa! Out of nowhere! 18. Brunkemeyer. Backside throw. Singleton makes a miss. Goes inside. Singleton! Touchdown! The Lions! Mendoza. Sideline throw. Caught out of bounds. E.J. Williams. Can Penn State hold on? Mendoza. Over the middle. Oh, he's got it! Riley Nowakowski. Mendoza in trouble. It's out. Touchdown! Wow! A rock play. Unbelievable. Give him the Heisman Trophy now. Did he get his foot down?
The ruling of the touchdown is under review.
Oh my goodness.
No way! Reese Dakin, who had to handle the high snap, and this one's worse. This one's going all the way back to the goal line. He's trying to kick it out of bounds, and the flag flies in. Again, both tailbacks flanking Dante Moore. And Iowa can't contain down the sideline towards the end zone and in. De'Air Hill, touchdown, Oregon. Gronowski's going to throw again. Got it out to his tight end. Touchdown, DJ Vonnet. Moulton, they fake the pitch, and it's a jet sweep that goes nowhere. The ball almost came out at the end. Oregon says they have it. Weegan was the ball clear.
I think he was down, though. I think the runner was down.
And it's a keeper for Dante Moore. Big opening off the left side, and it's a foot race right now. He'll run out of bounds, but he's got the biggest play of the day for the Ducks, and he does it with his legs. 3 receivers to Gronowski's right, and now Weegan in motion. They look that way. Throw is complete. And it's Reese Vanderzee for the biggest catch of his day. Gronowski's got to hurry on the play clock as well. 4th and goal
3-yard line. Quarterback draw. Gronowski. Touchdown, Iowa. Now the clock starts. Less than a half minute. Dante Moore throws. Oh, what a catch and throw to Malik Benson. Ferguson Reynolds to hold, unless we have another timeout. From 39 yards for the win. Up and good. He got it. With 3 seconds left, it looks like Oregon is going to leave Iowa City with a huge victory.
Reed to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. Ashton Bethel Roman. 3rd down and 10. Oh, ball is out, and it's in the hands of Dalton Brooks. It was Sanford who knocked it free. Quickly into space, Concepcion, blockers in front, and here he goes. KC says TD. Direct snap. As he takes it ahead and still fighting for that goal line and finding it. Mizzou's on the board. And on course for the SEC championship game. Owens breaks free. Hey, Ruben, put a nail in it here at Mizzou.
A line drive and fielded by Carlos Hernandez. Hernandez on the loose, looking for an alley, up the sideline. Got a wave of blockers. Hernandez! Pop clutch. Hernandez, touchdown! The Demon Deacons with a deke.
They're giving him some easy reads.
Kalen had it knocked away. It's loose. He put it on the ground, and the Demon Deacons recovered it. Wake Forest football, Langston Hardy. Trell Harris, their leading receiver, split to the top of your screen. He comes underneath. Ball is loose. It comes out. It's on the ground. There was backside pressure. Who's got it? Big hit by Newer Gakuth.
Gotta go.
No timeouts remaining. Kalen into the end zone. Up for grabs. Incomplete for Harrison. Oh my goodness, it's a touchdown. Oh my gosh! He caught it! Love.
Jeremiah Love with a spin. Here he goes. Jeremiah Love. Heinschel. That ball is picked. Don Schuler. Second and 6. Carr with another shot downfield, and he did it again. Malachi Fields going up top. 3rd and goal. And right into the end zone is Fields.
I confuse you in these spots. Pressure off the edge. Sellers throws it deep, and it's caught. Reed in trouble. His arm hit. The ball goes backwards, and it's picked up by South Carolina. Nick Barrett's got it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Oscar Attaway in the game for South Carolina at running back. See if the Gamecocks play it conservatively here. Sellers flipping it across the middle for a first down. Harbor's got great speed. The track star is free. Inside the 30. Inside the 10. Into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina. Well, they keep getting him involved in the run game. He'll throw it here. And he takes a shot, and it's caught for a touchdown by Isaiah Williams. Back to throw again. stepping up, taking a shot, and it is caught! Bethel Roman, touchdown, Texas A&M!
For Marcel Reed, 8 of 11, 2 touchdowns in the second half. He'll step back and fire, it's caught! It's a touchdown! Borkinger makes it a one-score game! They're now inside the 5. Smith, the ball carrier. He's into the end zone for the touchdown. And the game is tied. A&M can take the lead with the extra point. Sellers steps up. Taking off. Down he goes. Turnover on downs. A&M a minute away from hanging on for an incredible comeback. One of the greatest we've seen in SEC.
Inbounds. So
Yeah, that was close
right.
too. Because if it were, there's an interception on the first play thereafter. Eli Bowen down the sideline. He may go. Ty Simpson back there. Can't tackle him. Touchdown, Eli Bowen. 87 yards. That's a good one. Driving Ryan Williams back to the 17-yard line. Adams trying to block for him. Now the ball's out at the end of the return at the 30. No whistles yet. Sooner sideline convinced they have the ball. And they do. A 30.4%, 8th best nationally. Cuevas is wide open. And he walks in for a touchdown untouched. They have Hill back in. He's going to take a direct snap. Ty Simpson wide to the left. Touchdown! Here, 2 receivers wide to each side, and Wine gets there and forces a fumble. Free ball, and Oklahoma has it. Kendall Daniels on the ball. 20 in a row. That's the second longest field goal streak in SEC history. Now 21 in a row. Behind. Will they bring that pressure? Yes, they do. Heineke tried to blitz. Simpson throws! Broken up! Peyton Bowen! What a day for the Bowen brothers and the Oklahoma defense.
The back. Gunner zips it. End zone. Touchdown a second time. It's Noah Thomas. Second and 4, and it's intercepted. Anthony Hill reached up. First takeaway tonight for this Texas defense. The play they needed. Baxter is the back. First and goal. Play fake. Manning. End zone touchdown. Ryan Wingo. And finally, the Burnt Orange find the end zone. They cash in the Hill interception with Stockton fires downfield, caught, touchdown, London Humphreys. Build a 3-score lead. Stockton keeping all the way, no, flip into the end zone, touchdown, Lawson Lucky. Stockton on the move, and he'll run it into the end zone. 1 on the ground to go with a career high 4 touchdown passes.
The Texas Department of Public Safety is reviewing footage of an interaction between a state trooper and a college football player caught on camera. It happened at Saturday's matchup between Texas A&M and South Carolina. You can see the DPS trooper bump into Gamecocks wide receiver Nick Harbor and others.
Dropping back to pass. Here comes some pressure. Does get rid of the football. It's picked off. That's Eaglin to the 20. He's going to take it to the house. He'll celebrate with the James Madison students. Touchdown, JMU. Here comes a blitz off the corner. Down the field it goes. Wide open is Freeman. He's heading to the end zone. It is a touchdown for the Cougars of Washington State. Takes the snap, rolls out to his left. He's going to head to the end zone. He's going to make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington State. And Lonzo Barnett, he's faking it. He's going to throw. He's got an open man. Wisłowski hauls it in. He's at the 20. Tries to stay on his feet. And he is into the end zone. What a play coming out of the timeout. Wisłowski goes in motion that direction again. This time the handoff goes denied. He's got a big hole. He's heading to the 40, to the 30. He's going to make it to the end zone. The streamers will fly at James Madison. Touchdown, JMU. Freeman again in motion. Straight back. Here comes the blitz. He eludes Thomas. Throws down the field. It is incomplete. No flag.
And a play fake, and Moore throws to the end zone. Kenyon City, touchdown, Oregon.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you. Second down in the yard. That is a lateral. Makai Lemon wants to throw a double pass and does to the end zone. Is it caught? Chinook Hines.
He signaled touchdown on the field.
He's got a crack at this one from the 16. Malik Benson across the 40, midfield. Benson, he might take it. He will. Malik Benson, touchdown, Ducks, flying high to the end zone. To the top of your screen, he's had a big day. They come back the other way. Caught and stepping on the pylon for the touchdown, Makai Lemon. 20 to go, third quarter. Moore fires, and Kenyon Sadiq, touchdown.
Let's see if USC can score in the red zone.
Mayala crosses to the tight end, and a touchdown, Lake McCree. Go back, gets the handle, Noah Whittington gets the touchdown. Ducks score again. 9 yards for Noah Whittington.
In their own territory. Johnson, handoff, and they'll get the first down and more. Jackson, there he goes. Nobody's going to catch him. Joe Jackson, touchdown, Kansas State. That is certainly what they have done. Averaging 15 yards a rush. They're getting more here. Jackson out into the open. What a cut. To midfield. Jackson to the 30. To the 20. Touchdown, Kansas State. 80 yards this time.
A lot of fresh legs coming at them from the Utah side.
2nd and 6. And a keeper. That is Ficklin. And Bird Ficklin. Touchdown. Just wouldn't be.
But if they play zone, that's where you have to be able to run the football in.
Low snap. Johnson throws wide open. Touchdown. Well, they'll shift and hand it to Jackson straight ahead. There goes Jackson. Joe Jackson, an all-time night into the end zone for another touchdown.
Be the first offensive lineman taken in the NFL draft this year.
Dampier toward the corner of the end zone and caught! Touchdown, Larry Simmons. Out of the 2-minute timeout, Utah's season on the line. They need a yard. Dampier with Parker is going to fake it. Dampier straight ahead. There he goes! Dampier inside the 30 to the sideline, inside the 5. And Dampier, Parker in motion. Dampier keeps it. Dampier, touchdown, Utah! Jackson in the backfield alongside Johnson. In to help pass protect. Johnson scrambling. Throws across his body, and it's intercepted! The senior, Lander Barton.
29 yards to Pitt in the first quarter. Heinzel off play action. Over the middle, it's caught. It's a touchdown. Justin Holmes, who just had one negated via penalty a second ago. Heinzel will keep it and walk into the touchdown. Heinzel able to... Going to throw on 3rd and goal. Pressure in his face, throws back in the end zone. It's caught by Kenyon, and he got a foot down. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. He'll throw again on 3rd and goal, and his pass is intercepted. It's picked off by Lovelace. He might run it back. Lovelace is gone. What an incredible turnaround. It looks like Georgia Tech's going in to make it a one-score game. Instead, a 100-yard pick six. Tech scored on this last drive, looking again to make it a 7-point game on 3rd and goal. King steps up, back of the end zone throw. Canyon's got it. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. Give to Turner, up the middle, first down and more. Inside the 30, Turner inside the 10, all the way for the Pittsburgh touchdown. And possibly the dagger on Georgia Tech's ACC title game hopes.
Gas it up. He almost hit the guy in the puffer jacket. Yeah. Whoa. I mean, look at the stop, drop, and roll. If that guy, he has fallen before. Hey, you know what, though? That was smooth. You see him grab the head?
FCS team that's now 1-11. Reed handed it off. Concepcion breaks a tackle and has a touchdown. C.J. Baxter's come in at running back. Manning takes off running, throws on the run very close to the line of scrimmage. Caught in the back of the end zone for Ryan Wingo. Touchdown. 10, and they're on the doorstep again. 1st and goal from the 2. First play of the 4th quarter. They hand it off to the tight end, and Nick Townsend walks in. Colin Klein saying his tight end group is underrated. Here's E.J. Smith. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
On 3rd and 4 or more, 3rd and 3 or less, they're very human.
And they are, at the very least, in the verge of field goal range. Arch Manning looking like Grandpa. Touchdown! Has not thrown a touchdown pass tonight. And he throws that up for grabs, and that one's intercepted by Kobe Black.
Blake Black at 1 when he snaps it. Pressure comes. Simpson backpedals, heaves to the end zone. Caught, touchdown, Isaiah Horton. What a throw as the rush was closing in on him. Power formation on 1st and goal. Horton comes in motion. And he's looking for Horton, who's got it for a touchdown. Alabama rolling on the plains here. After that quick first down, needs 11 here to keep this drive going. Pressure. Flag is out as Daniels clips it downfield and finds Simmons, who's running to the end zone. Is this going to be another Auburn touchdown called back by a penalty?
I don't know. Alabama could go either way. Bama had hands into the face.
In there on this 3rd down. They bring pressure. Ball's out quickly. Catch is made by Simmons. He's running. Simmons breaks free. It's a foot race. He's finally brought down inside the 5. Cobb does punch it in. Simpson, end zone, touchdown! Isaiah Horton with the hat trick. I don't know. Let's see when they restart the clock. Now 1-0. It's a live ball. Last play of the Iron Bowl. Daniels caught, but brought down is Kane, and Alabama survives and advances to Atlanta.
For the last 2, 2nd and 10 at the 25. Saying again near side. Intercepted. Hill and Michigan with the first turnover of the game. Saying winds up. Touchdown! Happy birthday! Saying underneath, caught, touchdown, Ennis. Saying splits out of the pocket, looks backside, down the field, Tate, touchdown, Taylor, home Davis Underwood. And it's intercepted. Davis and Ignosin. And that'll do it.
After the 22-yard pickup, here's more. David Jacobs. It's a foot race. Jacobs is in. Utah State strikes back. Side the 10-yard line. A second before the 2-minute timeout. Davis, sweet jazz music from Miles Davis. A much different team from week 1 to the day after Thanksgiving. Wide open across the field. Brown in stride. Quentin Brown, it's a foot race. Dives and scores. 4th down and inches. Bonds Watson. Bonds denied. The Boise State defense, incredible. Sets up the first and goal. Riley runs. Riley strides. And Riley scores. And Boise State has the lead.
Inside. Lobstein takes this one himself, jets up the middle, finds an edge, and he breaks free. There goes Lobstein. Why settle for 1 yard when you can get 6? Touchdown, New Mexico.
Nice job blocking.
Denegal with a fake handoff. He's looking deep. Down the sideline. Donovan Brown right in the breadbasket. Donovan Brown with a San Diego State touchdown. Lobstein. And it's a handoff. What a play. DJ McKinney finds his seam. Oh, this is just genius. DJ McKinney trotting down the sideline for a New Mexico touchdown. Lobos take the lead. Wins and Boise State loses. They're in the title game. Lane looking. He throws. A one-handed catch is made. It's Cade Keith, the tight end, trotting into the end zone for a touchdown. New Mexico is on the board at the start of the second overtime. San Diego State needs nothing short of a miracle. Denegal steps up. He throws into the end zone. It's over! It's over! New Mexico has done its job. They may have just given themselves a shot at a Mountain West Conference Championship appearance.
For Tony to take the direct snap again. He's going to roll out. He's going to throw it. Easy pitch and catch. Touchdown to Elijah Lofton. Back in the backfield. Back. He's going to float one for Tony. Touchdown. Fletcher right up the gut, spinning at the goal line. Does he break the plane? Yes, he does for a Canes touchdown.
They've had multiple interceptions in 3 straight games this season. They got to find a way to come up with something here again.
Tony in motion. Beck looks end zone. Instead flips it to a wide open Shamar Brown for a walk-in score for Miami.
Jerry Chiave, Songapolatelli, a quarterback. Feels the rush from Smith. Lets it fly and uncorks a beauty. In goal from the 15. 11th play of the drive. The freshman, go up and get it, why don't you? Cole Basha. 4th quarter, here we go. Songapolatelli looking end zone. Got him! Karan Adams. Late in the play clock, down to 2. Jennings gets the snap off, looking left side. He wants Hudson. Hudson caught it. Touchdown, Jordan Hudson. Harden brought the hammer. And SMU leads for the first time since it was 7-3. Raphael to the edge. No! Yes! Second effort. Kendrick Raphael rolls in. Are you kidding me? Can they tie this one up? Send it to overtime? Or will Duke celebrate across the country in Durham with a spot in the ACC championship game? Kick is up. And the kick is no good. Cal is going to win it. And Duke
will play for the ACC championship.
After weeks of speculation, Lane Kiffin has made the decision to leave Ole Miss to become the next head coach of the LSU Tigers.
Why would an AD let a coach who made a decision that he wanted to go to LSU and not stay at Ole Miss coach my players and use my coaches and tell them for the next month why they should be joining him at LSU? Totally understand. I would just say thank you, Lane, and goodbye.
And it's Bennett. And he's in this game if Jack State is able to capitalize. Oh, hit and dropped in the end zone. Is it a safety? Where do they mark it? Lined up. And this is Cook, and he's in. Finally, Jack State has a touchdown. That looked like early movement, no flags. Creole races through and into the end zone. See how quick he gets 100? They drop back. There he goes to his left. And he's got a lot of room. Can he get to the pylon? Oh, he did get it. That's a first down. And 15. Odom looks. He's going to run it. Throws. Caught. Touchdown. That's Dean. One of the great stories in college football. 2-10 last year. Jerry Mack arrives. And here they are, 10-3 and champions.
And your point, Crowder, 50% completions, but he's hit a couple of big plays on this drive. Out of a heavy set. This is Crowder. He can run for it. He'll try to run for it, and he does. Touchdown, Troy. And the Trojans take the lead in this Sun Belt Championship. Teams here then have battled through a lot to get here. There's a lot at stake. You don't want the game to come down to that. Wayne Knight explodes. There he goes. 73 yards. Jambalaya.
He'll try to tough it out and stay in.
Off play action. Barnett to the end zone. Caught for a touchdown by Braden Wisłowski. Tight ends in the game for Troy. Handoff is to Meadows. He's in. Touchdown, Troy. The Trojans not going away. Wisłowski in motion. Quarterback run. Barnett using a lead blocker. Gets free. Barnett to the end zone. That's the player of the year in the Sun Belt. Three-man rush with a spy. Kiltree's hit. The ball is out. Picked up by James Madison. Touchdown for the Dukes. Drew Spinagatti. The scoop and score. To FBS over the last few years. And the Dukes are kings of the Sun Belt. Final score 31-14. James Madison's D pitches a second half shutout.
Gaines, the tailback who was split out. Now they'll motion Caples as well. Madsen scanning. He's going to run, put it in his right hand. On the move, Madsen to the end zone. Touchdown.
On early downs.
They'll motion Bates. Madsen looks off of him. He's got Riley, who skates in for a touchdown. And the ball back after halftime. Double play action into a screen. And a broken tackle for Sherrod. Off he goes. Sherrod, 6.
After a big-time rush.
Day Reynolds just left, hopping off the wide receiver. They'll throw far side and touchdown, O'Meara. They bring in an extra tight end, Beasley. It is Earl, touchdown. 3. Madsen, backside pressure. He lobs it. It's Penry. Chase Penry is right at the goal line. He's down at the 1.
And now they got the sniffer formation.
Grizzle, the lead blocker. Gaines is in. Touchdown. Conference championship win at home. One more kneel down. And Boise State, after.
On 2nd and 9, Mestemaker fires. Caught. Touchdown. Trey Williams. McClure in the backfield, the only back. Retzloff with the fake. Gonna run it himself and score. Touchdown. 1st and goal. Retzloff hands it off to McClure again. Getting to the edge. Touchdown, Tulane.
I think it was a good call being a catch fumble.
All right, man, in this punt. Oh, he hit a North Texas player. You cannot advance it, but it's going to be 1st and close to goal to go.
Their leading receiver has not been a factor. 3rd leading receiver in the country.
Mestemaker under heat, got rid of it, tipped and picked off. It's coming back the other way. Chris Rogers. Ball comes out, but it's a touchdown. 4th and 9. Going for it. Mestemaker has his target open and caught. Miles Coleman on the loose. Miles into the end zone. That's how you strike on 4th down. Touchdown, Mean Green. Up to the line of scrimmage quickly. The draw play. Gray still on his feet. Touchdown, Mean Green. And here they come.
A touchdown or have an incompletion.
3rd and goal. Blitz coming. Mestemaker surveys. Pulls in the end zone. Picked off. And that might do it. Jaheim Johnson. Tulane will win it 34-21 and move on to the college football playoff. A historic night here for the Green Wave.
Brescia went in motion, the handoff, all kinds of real estate, and there he goes. Buckley off to the races. Western Michigan on the scoreboard just like that from 67 yards out. IU finds a way to come back in the Big 12 championship. Close game before halftime there. Ball pops out here. Little scoop and score action. Nadine Tucker into the end zone. On 2nd down, a nifty cut. There goes Buckley. 1st down and a lot more. Buckley off to the races, and the Broncos on the board again. That will do it. Let the party begin in Kalamazoo. Western Michigan MAC champions in 2025.
Close to 5 minutes remaining in this 1st quarter. Scoreless for now. L.J. Martin right in. And that is the first time Texas Tech has allowed a point on an opening drive this season. Here's Morton. Downfield strike and brought in by Aiken. They're going to mark him down at the 1-yard line. Determined right here. 3rd down and 4. Bachmeier with time. Oh, what an interception by Roberts. Point blank stabbed it. Ben Roberts. And now Dickey right in. Cameron Dickey.
O coordinator and D coordinator, and they're humming.
Bachmeier. It is intercepted again. Ben Roberts does it again. Texas Tech looking to put this game away. On 4th down, they get it into space to Aiken, and Aiken inside the 10 and into the end zone for another touchdown. They have done it. Let the party begin here at AT&T Stadium.
Don't look away with punts and field goals. Special teams players, there's a rich history in the SEC championship game. Right on cue. Georgia with the block. bouncing around and fielded inside the 25. Kirby Smart had a feeling a special teams play would come into play tonight, and getting his hand on it was Cole's spear. They fake it to McCray. And Joker, touchdown! Georgia strikes first off the block punt. Simpson looking that direction, now back across the middle, high throw, intercepted. Picked off, Dalen Everett for the Dogs with a stiff arm. Takes it back into Alabama territory. A flag down at the end of the play. Branch is in the slot. So is Lawson Lucky, and now Zachariah comes across in motion. Surveying, end zone, touchdown! Dylan Bell! And the Dogs with a long march to build their lead. 6-pound tackle getting shoved back into the quarterback. Third down has been a problem. It's a problem here. Simpson's going to be sacked. Ja'Cory Thomas, safety blitz. The Dogs defense starts the third quarter the way they started the game. Frazier on second and goal. Off the left side, touchdown Dogs! Been a good catch, but a play they needed to make. He's had 8 drops on this season. That's a lot. 3rd and 5. Underneath, it's Bernard, who never drops the ball. Working free, Jeremy Bernard still running. He will score. Touchdown, Alabama on the board, finally.
Great play there.
Branch trying to find some space and scores! The Dogs deliver the dagger. The Dogs move on to the playoff. Exclamation point to their SEC campaign.
A 9.5-minute drive of Virginia blitz. A screen against it. Jeremiah Hazley, touchdown! Lifesaver for this Duke defense. On the check down, Jamari Taylor. Nifty run after the catch and a touchdown. USC, the only quarterbacks with more. He's a terrific deep ball thrower. Shepard stayed on his feet and scores. Morris throws, caught for a first down. They're going quickly. 25 seconds to go to the end zone. It is caught by Wood for a touchdown. The official threw his hand. He was out of bounds for sure and came back in. Now it's 4th and goal just outside the 1. Castle stays in the block. Mensah, end zone touchdown. Jeremiah Hazley. Another 4th down conversion there. 4th. They go to a trick play. Taylor threw it back to Morris. It is intercepted! Intercepted by Luke Burgott! And Duke has won the ACC! Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indianapolis. We have the biggest game of the college football season. 43 yards this season and 6 rushing touchdowns. On first down, intercepted McNelson. Sonny Styles make that Lorenzo Styles blew up the play. Sayin looking. Sayin in trouble, scrambles, throws, touchdown! Taylor! Wheels. Mendoza steps up, down the field. Cut! Inside the 30. Charlie B. Becker's been a go-to man as well. Mendoza. Fade. Surratt. Corner! Touchdown, Indiana! Good from 30 yards already today. No good! Big play here. 3rd and 6. At the 24, Mendoza. Charlie B from Nashville, Tennessee. Saying, lets it go. And it is caught, but not enough. Curt Cignetti does it.
There's one spot left in terms of at-large teams, and it almost certainly is going to be Miami or Notre Dame. So, number 10, and it is Miami. Without playing on the final Saturday, Notre Dame had been ranked ahead of them the entire time. And now they flipped them, Joey.
The 2025 College Football Playoff about to get started here in the Palace on the Prairie. For Alabama, that's a first down run from Mateer. Picks his way. Mateer, shifty, touchdown OU. Goal. Mateer takes a look. Touchdown! Isaiah Sategna. Oklahoma rolling over the Tide right now. Pick up. Play clock down at 2-1. Simpson looking, finding. Brooks still fighting, diving for the end zone. Alabama, fourth down touchdown to get on the board. Alabama will get the football to begin the third quarter. Miller, it's blocked, and Alabama's special teams make a play. He just dropped the snap, and Big Tim Keenan says, thank you, I'll gobble that up.
Going to bring, who they're going to drop?
Only rush 3, intercepted, they confused him. Xavier Brown headed the other way, touchdown Tide, a pick 6. From the man who had one against Tennessee just before the half.
And eventually getting the right call into the defense. People always want to change tempos on him.
Simpson this time has a clean pocket. Lofty toward the end zone. Brooks! Touchdown Alabama! Crimson Tide have the lead. A 30-yard strike. Mateer dancing around, delivers over the middle. It's caught. Off and running is Burks. Touchdown, Oklahoma punches back. Fake to Hill, pitch to the edge. Bernard goes up and just grabs the ball away. Do they call it a catch? They battled for it. It is ruled a catch down at the 5-yard line. Bernard in motion. It's Hill, banging forward, fighting, pressing, touchdown, Alabama. Alabama comes back and conquers the Sooners. On to Pasadena.
From historic Kyle Field in College Station, Texas, in front of well over 100,000 people. The number 10 seed, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the number 7 seed, the Texas A&M Aggies, here in the home of the 12th man.
That Zirkle will knock one through. He was the backup to start the year, but Randy Bond, there it is. It is deflected on a low kick. Wesley Bissaint bringing it back. The nightmare continues for Mike Elko. Sophomore from Southlake, Texas. Tony looking into the sun. Malachi Tony. Outside, down the sideline. They do trip him up at the last minute. All season long. Missed his first today from 47. This is from 40 in the lead at the half. Oh, those kickers. Four-man rush, clean pocket, Reed, too high and intercepted. Picked off by the freshman Fitzgerald. Bryce Fitzgerald down the sideline and out of bounds near the 20. Davis made the 21-yarder moments ago. That's off the upright and no good. This is from 35 to tie it. And right down the middle. Yards short of 100 on 12 carries. They fake the delay to him. Beck over the middle. Caught. Tony, the ball's out. He got stripped at the end of the run. And Damian Sanford recovered. Dalton Brooks. But against weak competition. They do go to the run game, and it's Fletcher off and running. Fletcher across midfield, refusing to go down. And all the way to the 30-yard line of A&M. 5 plays on the drive, all of them carries by Fletcher for 75 yards. Undoubtedly, no, they're not going to give it again. They're going to give it to Tony. Tony scores a touchdown. What a call by Shannon Dawson. Beautifully executed. Nader for A&M. They've moved 56 yards. They need 19 more. Concepcion's out of bounds at the 4-yard line. E.J. Smith, the running back. Reed gets it to the end zone. Intercepted! Picked off again by the freshman, Bryce Fitzgerald.
Welcome to the College Football Playoff first round, presented by Allstate. Ole Miss has had a sensational season, unbeaten at home. Their only loss, a fourth-quarter heartbreak at Georgia. They earned the number 6 seed. They have a rematch against 11th-seeded Tulane. Lacey's first touch straight up the middle and straight into the end zone. You cannot start better than that. As the next offensive coordinator has familiarity with the program. There's the block, and there's the score. Trinidad Chambliss just letting Lacey pave the way. Instead, he quickly gets it to Stribling, who goes into the end zone for a touchdown. Trick play, and Retzloff's going to keep it. Now the ball comes out, and it's going to be a turnover right into the hands of Ole Miss. Chambliss going to scoot ahead, and he dives ahead for the touchdown. Pete Golding is 1 for 1, and he's going to lead this team on New Year's Day a step closer for a hopeful national championship.
The final game of round 1 of the college football playoff is underway. 4-man rush. He's well protected again. He's going to take a shot up the seam. In stride, Jabari Johnson. Touchdown.
Here you see Jabari Johnson, the transfer from Louisville, stretching out, breaking the plane. Right now, they're having their way.
Quarterback keeper. Moore to the pylon and in. Another Oregon touchdown. Play action for Dante Moore. Floats one to a one-on-one. Backing up McClellan. Did he haul it in? Yes. That's another Oregon touchdown. Moore off play action. A deep shot to the end zone. Drops it right down the chimney to Malik Benson. Another Oregon touchdown. Wide open. Button hook to the sideline. DeGennaro makes a man miss. He's trying to find the front right. Pylon makes a move into the end zone for a James Madison touchdown. You know, Dan Lanning told us Malik Benson was a look team wide receiver when he first arrived. As Moore is going to take a shot. Guess who? Benson. Touchdown. Right on cue. Blocked punt. And it's going to be a scoop and score.
Miami and Ohio State, two blue bloods in a Texas showdown at AT&T Stadium. Fletcher tries to cut it back, and he is short. Ball came out as well. Ohio State has the football. A turnover by Miami in the red zone. Third down and a yard. And Beck hits Fletcher out of the backfield. Touchdown, Miami. After the loss of 6, another pass play that's intercepted. Taking it back is Keontae Scott. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Miami. A 70-yard pick six. Jackson falls forward with the ball and into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Saying over the middle. He's got Smith for a first down. Into the end zone, touchdown. There is a penalty flag, the first one of the night. Third down and 4. And Beck's going to throw to Daniels. And Daniels has the first down. It's first and goal for the Hurricanes with 1:46 left. They snap it with 1 on the play clock. Brown into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
You mentioned we're headed down a path that's going to see those top seeds go 0-5.
Bain coming. Sayin gets the pass away. It's intercepted. Picked off by Lucas. Miami advances to the semifinal. 3 more quarterfinals tomorrow. Mario Cristobal may not want to hear it, but the U is back. Their biggest win in 23 years.
From Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami Gardens, welcome to the College Football Playoff quarterfinal, Capital One Orange Bowl. On 4th and 1, and they do. It's Davison at 236 pounds, and he's tackled for a loss by Lee Hunter. A turnover on downs.
How long can that D-line hold up?
2nd and 7. Morton. That ball is intercepted. It was Brandon Finney, the phenomenal freshman. Jason Reynolds on to punt again. It's a fake. It is a fake, and they get it complete, and they do so to Tatum Tuioti. They've rolled the dice all day. Can they cash in right here? Sprint right, looking to the end zone. It is batted down. David Bailey does it again.
Stone him and give Morton an opportunity to throw that football.
Ball is out, and it is recovered by Finney. What did we just say about Brandon Finney? It was Bryce Betcher who forced the fumble, and the true freshman sensation, Finney, jumps on it. He said here on 3rd and 11, he only has 7 completions for 40 yards in this Orange Bowl. Oh, the ball is out! The ball is out! Uiagalelei has it! Uiagalelei, and then he fumbles and returns to the 5-yard line, recovering it. Davison into the end zone. With her right here, right now. They're going to direct snap to the running back. And it's Williams on 4th down. Can he get there? No, he can't. The Ducks stop him. Jaden Kennedy with the tackle. Full fans who have traveled to South Florida. 3rd and goal to the end zone. They go. It is intercepted, and it's Finney again. Brandon Finney with an all-time Orange Bowl.
first game against Arkansas at Pine Bluff. He's been dealing with that all season long.
Here's 4th down, and he is absolutely smothered by Blake Purchase. What an exclamation mark to cap this defense's day. The Ducks advance to the CFP semifinals.
Of course, here in Pasadena, soggy start to the new year. Cloud ceiling is low, but the spirits are very high. And a very compelling, interesting matchup between one of the true blue bloods in the program and Indiana, one of the best stories in sports, period, with what they've done to get here in year 2 under Curt Cignetti. Simpson far to the right in that bunch set. Bernard comes in motion. They pop it to him, trying to get the edge, and he's not going to get there. Indiana with a 4th down stop as DeBoer rolls the dice and Isaiah Jones spoils the plan. After that 4th down stop, they're showing pressure. Here it comes. Mendoza has time. Blows end zone. Caught! Touchdown, Becker! 4-man rush, plenty of time. Simpson escapes and not going to slide. He's going to stay on his feet. Lost the ball as he was hit after getting 1st down yardage. Indiana takeaway. Isaiah Jones recovered it. No more timeouts to work with, so they're looking to throw. And Mendoza flips it. Easy pitch and catch. There's Omar Cooper Jr. And Indiana stretches the lead before halftime. What a show by the Hoosiers in the first 30.
So he just sees grass and he's taking it.
3rd and 1, looking to throw. Launching to the end zone. Surratt's out there. Touchdown Hoosiers. Pouring it on. 50-50 talent.
That's pretty good.
Black bursting free. Hoosiers punctuate. An incredible performance. And we still got 14 minutes to go. Nothing like a pig roast. That was the week after they had beaten Oregon. So he's breaking free. Hemby has turned to find the end zone. The Hoosiers hammer Alabama here in Pasadena and head to the semifinals, the Peach Bowl, for a chance to play in the national championship game.
This is the All-State Sugar Bowl as we welcome you to the Ram Trucks kickoff. An all-Southeastern Conference matchup between the number 6 seed Ole Miss and 3rd seeded Georgia. Nichols did it in 2003. This is from 56 yards. My goodness. I mean, these would be good from 70. Stockton after the pump fake. Inside the 5. Into the end zone for a touchdown. Lacey goes out. Georgia brings a blitz. Chambliss end zone. Touchdown. Luke Hess. Jones back in at running back. Stockton sidestepped the rush. He got blasted as he got it to Cash Jones. Cash Jones down at the 1-yard line. Now he punches it in for the touchdown. No after effects of that big hit. The dream come true to coach in a college football playoff, especially against Georgia and defensive minds like Kirby Smart. There's a fumble picked up by Dalen Everett. Touchdown, Georgia! Lacey in a running back. Deuce Alexander, the motion man. Lacey has the corner and a touchdown! Thorson, they run a fake. They're running a fake. Cash Jones handed it off, and they execute on the pass to Lawson Luckett. It was Everett who put pressure on it. It's Everett blitzing again off the corner. Chambliss retreating back near his own goal line. Picks up a block. Here we go again. Lacey, the catch, survives a big hit and gets the first down. Winner to the semifinal to take on Miami in the Fiesta Bowl. Kewan Lacey lunges for the goal line. Touchdown! Stockton is out there. They do snap it. And he's under pressure. And sacked! And the ball has come out. Sontarian Perkins. I agree with you. 12 consecutive completions for Chambliss. Going for 13. He has it. And another touchdown. Harrison Wallace having the night of his life. Pressure up the middle. Picked up. Stockton to the end zone. And it is caught for a touchdown. Zachariah Branch. He's the most accurate kicker in school history by a mile, and that one is dead center. Chambliss lobbing it up behind the defense. Dejon Stribling tackle from behind by DeMello Jones at the 30. What a call by Charlie Weiss. 47 yards. And it is good! Right down the middle!
Welcome to Glendale, Arizona, and the CFP semifinal at the Vrbo Fiesta Bowl. This is the Ram Trucks kickoff. A collision of two great stories. The resilient Rebels and Hurricanes have defied the odds. They've earned their spot in the desert to punch their ticket to the tropics in the national championship game in Miami a week from Monday. 2nd and 3 after the penalty. Lacey up the middle. Kewan Lacey's in the clear. It's a foot race. The Hurricanes cannot run him down. A lightning strike for Ole Miss. 73 yards. There's an offensive lineman in the backfield as a lead blocker. Reaching for the end zone is Marty Brown, and Miami goes back on top, flexing very well in that game. Needs to be sharper tonight. Here's one of those 2nd downs and 6. Beck feeling some late pressure. Launching downfield. Wide open is Marion. Another bust. And Miami back on top, 52 yards. Comes Carnero from distance, 52, and it's going to doink off the upright. A rare miss from 52. Each solid kicker has missed early in the 3rd quarter. In the 3rd and 12 now. Beck looks across the middle, batted in the air, and intercepted. Ball batted up in the air and picked off by Kapena Gushikin. First turnover tonight. Tries this one from 54 to make it a 1-point lead. And he's done it again. Are you kidding me? This bank shot goes in. Can you believe that? 2 doinks. One stays out, one goes through. Back in the game, Fletcher out as Tony comes in motion. They get it to him. Tony has space. Malachi Tony still running. Touchdown Miami. Electric with the ball in his hands. Again, the Canes bring pressure. Chambliss delivers. Touchdown Ole Miss. Daquan Wright. Chambliss on the move. Scanning. End zone. Caught. 2-point conversion by Caleb Odom. They are in field goal range. It's a long distance one. 4-man rush. Back across the middle. Caught! First down. Keelan Marion stepping up and making a massive contribution tonight. Picked up 17. 3 receivers bunch to the left. Beck is looking that way. And still looking. Still looking. Takes off running. Carson Beck with his legs. Very different look on defense from before the timeout. You're right. Chambliss connects the snap. Backpedals, launches to the end zone. Broken up. And the Miami Hurricanes head home to play for a championship.
A standing room only crowd of more than 71,000, most of them clad in cream and crimson.
Filing into Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta for tonight's college football semifinal. An all Big Ten affair, the number 5 seed, the Oregon Ducks taking on the top-seeded Indiana Hoosiers. De'Aaron Hill Jr. is the running back. The quick pass is intercepted. It's going to be run in for an Indiana touchdown. D'Angelo Pons on the first play of the game. 2 for 2 on third down on the drive. A pocket again to the end zone. Touchdown! Jamari Johnson. He's at the left end of the offensive line. Mendoza, end zone, caught! Touchdown! Omar Cooper. Likely to be the top 2 picks if Moore goes into the NFL draft. He hasn't made up that decision yet. The ball slips out of his hand as he wound up to throw. And Indiana has it inside the 5. Mario Landino came up with the ball for the Hoosiers. Mendoza with Black, the running back. Black straight ahead, touchdown. Kaelon Black. Under 6 minutes to go in the half. 3rd and 12. Moore under pressure again and down at the 31. Cignetti brought him to James Madison in the portal where he excelled. Now he's a Hoosier. Deep throw. Charlie Becker! Touchdown, Indiana! They're going to have to throw it with regularity. He gets hit, lost the ball again. Daniel Ndukwe knocked it out, and it is Indiana ball. Hemby's the running back. Mendoza, quick pass, touchdown, Elijah Surratt. And now 5 wide receivers on 3rd down and 5 for Mendoza. To the end zone, wide open receiver and a touchdown. E.J. Williams. Against top 5 teams, Ohio State and Notre Dame both last year. Northwestern, by the way, is now the losing team, and they block a punt for good measure. Daniel Ndukwe, what a night he's had. Indiana, Kaelon Black, the running back. Mendoza fires, back line of the end zone, touchdown. Elijah Surratt. So they win the most recent biggest game in school history. They've had 2 dominant wins in this playoff. 38-3 over one of the great programs of all time, Alabama. Sig face in the crowd. And now 56-22 over the Oregon Ducks.
Welcome to Miami and the College Football Playoff National Championship presented by AT&T. Cignetti, all business as you'd expect. Here come the Canes. Conceding nothing. 3rd and long, pressure comes. Beck's going to be racked up and sacked by Aiden Fisher, the captain and emotional leader of this Indiana defense. And the Hoosiers are flexing. Black, once again, lined up behind Nowakowski. They hand it off to the fullback / tight end, and he powers in. Touchdown, Indiana. A dominant start here for the number 1 team. Davis, who kicked a game-winning field goal here against Notre Dame in the opener. That was from 47. This is from 50. And it doinks off the right upright. That's the 2nd time he's doinked one in the CFP. 9 here. Has time, now running out of it as Bain chases him down and makes the sack. 2 sacks on the possession, and Miami survives the personal foul. They'll give Tony a 5-yard gain anytime. Great job corralling number 10, not letting him get loose. Fletcher breaks free. Mark Fletcher in the foot race. Miami touchdown. So Dylan Joyce back on. Blocked! Indiana blocks the punt and falls on it for a touchdown! Isaiah Jones on the recovery. Seven O-linemen and a tight end. Fletcher walks in. Miami touchdown. What a response. Something of a gamble. A lot of coaches would punt Miami deep. Mendoza, ball in his hands. Sideline pitch. Becker comes back to make a catch. Here we go. Got to get to the 8. He's going to take off and run. Mendoza weaves his way first and goal. Diving toward the end zone. Touchdown! That's why he won the Heisman Trophy.
What a call by Curt Cignetti and the offensive coordinator Mike Shanahan. Quarterback draw. He definitely breaks the plane, holds on to the football for a touchdown. Backers, he put it right over top of him.
Back again, delivers across the middle. It's Tony. Malachi Tony splitting defenders and weaving his way deep into Hoosier territory. He's got it on the pitch. Tony breaks free. Malachi Tony spinning, scoring! Some confusion. 2 in the play clock. Mendoza pitches downfield. Becker makes a catch again in front of O'Connor. Nobody's. Field goal knocked right through. So Indiana took 4:50 off the clock, moved it 11 plays, and added 3 to the lead. Brown is the back. Beck steps up, delivers downfield, intercepted! Jamari Sharp makes the pick that will clinch Indiana's first national championship.
It's got to be one of the greatest stories we've ever seen in college football. One of the losingest teams in college football history at the start of the year to now the national champions.
A century of futility is forgotten. The Indiana Hoosiers are the kings of college football.